Talking more about the positive side of what autism people, people that have autism might have and others don't. What do you see them as kind of benefiting actually from that? If you have an opinion on that.
Benefiting from having autism?
Yeah, like do you see benefits that other, like, how do you call them, like, uh, people that, let's just say people that don't have autism, they're
Yeah,
missing
yeah,
on. Like, I
yeah.
know ADHD is a big topic where like people with ADHD are super creative typically. Like, what do you see that for autism?
Well, they're very detail oriented.
Hmm.
They think outside the box. Um, they they're really great problem solvers.
And why is
A
that?
lot of them. I think because they're just used to kind of it's usually characterized by more of your logical brain, so
Mm,
they're like constantly trying to solve problems, see things in a different way. Some of them it comes with some genius or superior intelligence. Um, so some of my clients are very gifted, and I think that I'm always learning from them. They're really amazing researchers. Like during COVID, for example, I learned a lot from them. People were like telling me all this information, but anyway,
breaking
like
their NDAs and telling you what was going on behind the scenes too.
no, it was COVID. So with
Right.
yeah,
Well, because
um,
I'm asking for Boston because I know Boston they were working on all the vaccine stuff, so I'm sure like some of your clients were also
I didn't
working
know
on
anyone
that.
who was working on the vaccine except for a friend of mine who was. I
Okay.
think her company was. So yeah, that's wonderful about Boston, that it's either
Right.
your friends or your clients. Somebody is going to be working on the vaccine. No, they weren't doing things they shouldn't have. Although everything that is said to me is confidential. So
Right.
even
That's
if
true.
they
That's
were
true.
saying to me, things. So no, they were just researching it as lay people,
I
but
see.
they
I
were
see. Yeah.
doing such a good job of it, like researching it and breaking it down and telling me. And then some of the local clients, they even knew where the masks were, and they were like, oh, go to this store, they have these masks, these are the best masks, and blah blah blah. And so I did follow through on that. So yeah, so I'm endlessly fascinated by their minds and how it works. And they're really like the most sincere, genuine people. They're very, for the most part, I think they're kind of innocent and they don't have guile, and they're kind people. They're also big into social justice.
Mm.
They don't tend to follow a lot of like gender roles even in relationships, so that's really refreshing for me. So sometimes, I mean, that's comes from like if it's an older person or something, that might just be from being raised a certain way, and we all have our prejudices, I suppose, of some kind or another. But by and large, I feel like they might have less of those things. And maybe I'm just like very fortunate that I have the best client. I don't know. Or have always had, or those are the ones that stick around. Because I think, even therapy is it's like a self-improvement program, right, in a way.
Right.
And you sign up for it and you volunteer for it. I mean, unless sometimes in some cases people courts mandate you and all of that, but by and large, so it's a wonderful, I love where I sit to be able to work with people in this way, and then given the neurodiversity, it's like endlessly fascinating to me.
I have a lot of other questions on